What is up, everybody? Ari J. Cohen, aka Lift Heavy Grow Beards, here for you with the complete sandbag tutorial. Many of you asked me to do a sandbag tutorial, and I know that many of you want to lift sandbags, and I definitely know that a lot of you are lifting sandbags the wrong way. And I went through YouTube looking for sandbag tutorials and saw nothing. I don't understand why people don't do any sandbag tutorials, because sandbag is honestly one of the best things you can ever use in order to get strong, to get fit, to lose weight, to do basically everything. So let's go over our schedule. Today I'm going to show you how to lap a sandbag, I'm going to show you how to shoulder a sandbag, I'm going to show you how to carry a sandbag, I'm going to show you how to load a sandbag, and finally we're going to go over common mistakes. So if you're up for the task, let's roll. If you see someone in my city of Berlin lifting a sandbag overhead or shouldering or carrying it around, most of the chances they're my client. See, I love sandbags, whether it's for carrying or picking up or shouldering or overheading. Sandbags are just an amazing tool for every athlete in every profession. Like whether you just want to genuinely get strong, or if you're a fighter or a CrossFit athlete, strongman, powerlifter, sandbags are literally one of the best tools for overall strength, GPP performance, endurance, core work, leg work, and I can just talk about it for hours. But we are here to teach you how to lift a sandbag and not to hear about my strange passions. So without further ado, here is the basics of sandbags, which is pick up and lapping. Let's go. There are two ways to lift a sandbag in general, the vertical and the horizontal. Here you can see me lapping a sandbag horizontally, which is a better way if you want to carry it or load it. When you want to shoulder a sandbag, you better lift it horizontally in most cases. So essentially, how to pick up the sandbag is a matter of personal preference. But no matter if you're doing it horizontally or vertically, what's important is how you approach the sandbag. Start by standing halfway above the sandbag, so the front part of your foot is next to the sandbag and the back part of the foot is outside of the sandbag. Then try to dig under the sandbag as deep as you can. Imagine creating sort of a forklift shape with your palms so you can dig really under that sandbag. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of the forklift movement with your arms. The deeper you put your fingers under that sandbag, the better your grip will be on the sandbag later. Now, keep your arms nice and straight. Do not bicep curl the sandbag. Once the sandbag gets past your knees, sit down and let it stay on your hip. Once the sandbag is safely on your hip, this is the perfect time to adjust. It's a good time to pull the sandbag towards your chest, not on your belly. Make sure the sandbag is placed as high as possible. Take another big breath in, brace, and explode with your hips up. Make sure the sandbag is on your chest at the end of the extension. Hugging the sandbag close to your chest should be your first priority after lapping the sandbag. If you don't hold it close enough to your chest, holding it out at your knees, etc., all the load from the sandbag will transfer into your biceps and you won't be able to pick it up. To wrap things up, approach the sandbag with your feet half in and half out. Dig under as deep as you can, creating a forklift shape with your palms. With straight arms, deadlift the sandbag until it gets past your knees and then hug it as close as you can to your chest and explode upwards. Shouldering a sandbag is mostly a matter of explosive hip drive. You can approach it horizontally or vertically depending on the type of sandbag, as sandbags are freaking weird and come in all types of shapes and forms. I like to use the horizontal approach for shorter sandbags and the vertical for longer, more tubular sandbags. So on the horizontal approach, I like to use an over-under grip, which could be harder on the biceps, but not if you get your hip drive right. This helps to launch the sandbag straight up to my shoulder. However, if it's speed you're looking for, maybe try to get the vertical approach, as it is a little bit faster. Try to approach the sandbag the same way we did, pick it up from the middle, lap it, and then you can simply hug it and explosively bring it straight up to your shoulder. The vertical system is actually very good when you have really long and really annoying sandbags just like this one. Notice that here I actually have to squat down in order to get that sandbag up. Then I jerk it up, hold it as close as I can, and bring it up to my shoulder. Now, I could do it horizontally, but it'll just take me a lot of time because this sandbag is extremely awkward. Now notice here, especially with this one, because it's such an awkward object, I really need to take care of my bracing and my lapping. If my lapping is not on point here, the sandbag will slip and fall and I wouldn't be able to get it in one motion. And then it's just like pain. And although we like pain, we kind of want to avoid it when we can, I guess. Not much to add regarding running with the sandbag other than all the things we said before, the digging under, the forklift, the lapping to the chest, all come at utmost importance. Remember that the heavier the sandbag, the more unforgiving it is and the more annoying it is to pick it up once you dropped it. While running, try to hold the sandbag as high on your chest as you can for as long as you can so it doesn't interfere with the movement of the legs, and try to breathe into your belly more. Also, if you're trying to do a run to load and hold it on your belly, this is what will happen. So yeah, this is kind of sucks. And in order to avoid that, if you hold it really high, you can just load it on the platform safe and sound. Easy, the most common mistake I see with a sandbag is people trying to bicep curl the sandbag to their lap or chest. This is not only very dumb because your legs are stronger than your arms, duh, it's also dangerous. Lighter sandbags tend to be more forgiving, but a 250 to 300 pound sandbag will tear your bicep for sure. Second very common mistake I see is people trying to squat the sandbag up. This just takes all the power away from your posterior chain, puts most of the power in the legs, and really just brings everything out of balance. Plus, your legs will be too wide for you to be able to lap the sandbag properly. Then there's the people who try to grab the sandbag like it's a wet shirt and try to hoist it up. For obvious reasons, this is not going to work. Definitely not for heavier sandbags. And then the last two mistakes is distance management. If you start with the sandbag too far away from you, you definitely won't be able to pick it up and fall forward. Likewise, if you start with the sandbag actually at a good distance and manage to lap it, but keep the sandbag too far away from you, for example on your knees instead of on your chest, then you won't be able to pick it up, no matter what, especially with heavier sandbags. So guys, this was my sandbag tutorial. I hope you learned how to lift a sandbag today better than you lifted yesterday. I hope you don't smash your biceps, and I hope that you manage to actually break some PRs and start running with those heavy sandbags because they are so awesome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. This helps me greatly with spreading the word here, and I'm here for you every week with new videos on strength, masculinity, psychology, how to become a better man and feel better in your own skin, how to have better relationships with the women around you and the men too, and of course how to be an animal at the gym. So much love to you.